Hey there, welcome back. This is our first content module, so I thought we'd kick things off with just kind of a broad investigation about what we're going to be doing in this class in terms of what it is that we'll be learning about. I'm hoping that you're going to see some themes throughout the modules in this course, so that's where I want to get started right now. So let's go ahead and make me go away and take you into a slide here. Okay. So what are the sub-themes that run throughout this course? You are going to be learning about historical processes from the history of photography and key figures, okay? And to do that, you are going to be clicking through our module pages, which function much like a textbook would. You'll be reading and you'll also be watching videos, and then at the end of each module, there'll be a quiz to check your learning about those historical processes and key figures. This week you're going to have the opportunity to download your first study guide, and I really want to stress that those study guides are your friends. They are going to prepare you for the quizzes. In addition to that, you're going to be making real-world connections. And when we learn about photography, there's no way we can learn about the past without making connections to what's happening today. And so you will be using VoiceThread and the Canvas discussions in this course to make these broader connections. That's also going to involve some hands-on activities, and you'll be doing one of those this week. Now in Module 1, the real-world connections that you'll be making will actually involve going back to our last module and taking a closer, more critical look at that My Favorite Photograph activity, thinking about what photographs were added to those, what are some similarities and differences between them. And you'll do that this week in our Review and Reflect assignment. And that assignment primes you for your Canvas discussion, where you'll be looking at the subjective nature of photographic meaning and the role of photography in society and your own life. I know that might not sound very interesting, but I think they're framed in more interesting ways when you get into the discussion. And then with regards to the historical processes and key figures that you'll be learning about in this module, first of all, you're going to get a more in-depth understanding about what a camera obscura is. You were introduced to your Create a Camera Obscura assignment last week. And so this week you are going to be learning a little bit more about what exactly that is, and then you will be creating your own, documenting that device and sharing it in a VoiceThread. The camera obscura is like the foundation of photography, so it's really important to not only be able to give me a definition of what it is, but I really want you to understand the phenomenon and how it works. So that's why you're doing that hands-on activity. And then with regards to the little bit deeper historical processes and key figures, you'll be looking at silhouettes, photogenic drawings, and cyanotype photograms. Okay, so we are now kind of on the road to photography, and it's not until Module 2 where we'll actually be looking at what is really considered the birth of photography. So this timeline that you see here, we're going to be adding on to it in future modules, and I just want you to have kind of a bigger sense about how things fit together and overlap. And, you know, history, while we like to think that it is really neat and chronological, it really isn't. It's pretty messy. So the timeline, sometimes you'll be wondering, why are we going back in time? And that's just the way things work. So that's it for now, folks. That's a little bit about what we'll be doing in Module 1. I hope that's helpful. And always know that I'm here if you need me. See you later.